Subaru Levorg puts me in a holiday mood. It's the perfect action car. It's very much like its WRX siblings, or cousins, as you might like to call them. And the reason for that is it's on the same platform as the current WRX, shares the same front with the current WRX, it's got a bonnet scoop like the WRX, but of course it lacks the super bulgy mud guards that the WRX has, and of course it doesn't have the WRX and STI garnishes. Levorg comes in 4 models. At launch it only came in 3. At launch it also only came with 1 engine. Now it has 2, and this one is the base model. There's the GT, GT Premium, GTS, which is the sports model, and the STI, not to be confused with the WRX STI. The 2 engines, of course, have vastly different power. This one has only 125 kilowatts and 220 newton meters. The rest of the range have the 197 kilowatt, 350 newton meter engine. Is there much of a difference between the 2 litre and the 1.6? Not really. Certainly in performance, yes, but it's not really all that important considering what this car is going to be used for. And the rear is where you'll notice most of the difference between the WRX, which is the sedan, and the Levorg, which is the station wagon. It's much easier if you just think of the WRX family as the sedans. Subaru tried to give it some differentiation by giving this a different name, but really it is just a WRX. This section here is where the main difference occurs. This is the kind of station wagon bit. But it also means it has an easy action hatch, and like with all Subarus, only works if you have the key on you. You simply lift the tailgate like so. I hasten to add this is not electric. Inside there's the cover that covers the cargo that you've got inside, and this pulls forward. It can lift out of the way completely if you want. It's a big flat floor. There's the space saver spare under here as well. But also there's a section for keeping little tiny bits and bobs. I can't imagine why you'd want to do that. There's another section here for more bits and bobs. I still can't imagine why you'd want to do that. There's some little netted areas at the side for keeping essentials from rolling around the boot. You might also stick small shopping items in there. The seats also fold down really quickly, and you just push this button here to release the luggage cover. You flatten the seats by simply pulling those buttons up, and it gives you, as you see, a completely flat floor. Inside, you can get in fairly easy. It's a nice high roof, and there is quite a bit of room in the back. For me, sitting with the seat adjusted where I normally drive, there's about 5 or 6 centimetres. The seats are fairly comfortable, and they're covered in that kind of sports fabric. Look, it's something you either like or don't like. Personally, I think it looks great, and I prefer it to leather. I really dislike getting into leather on a very hot or a very cold day, and I think you know what I mean by that. Let's have a look in the front. The front seat is super spacious. There's a whole bunch of adjustments that you can have. As you can see, it is all manual. This thing's totally human powered. But you can adjust the height of your seat, you can adjust the steering wheel for tilt and reach, and for a change I can get this exactly where I want it. If it looks like I'm sitting a little low now, it's because I like to sit down low in the car. But as you can see, I can reach all of the instruments without having to reach and move my back forward. It's not that dissimilar to the WRX that we featured recently, the STI. Certainly in terms of looks and feel. But the bucket seats, thankfully, are not those sports models which are just horrifically hard. This one you could probably do a long trip in and come out of it quite happy.